I want my kids to know that they can come into this building, they can come into my room, and they can feel safe, and they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. I believe in care over content. That's what our job is to make these kids not just learn, but to feel cared for. So, today's work, I know you guys are tired, it's the end of the school year, but we're not done. I am from a small town in northeast Mississippi called Morville, Mississippi. When I was 16, I was outed in high school and was kicked out. Being the first one in my family to go to college, to even know about college, was a big transition for me. I was the weird kid that never missed school and always wanted to help the teachers, and it was because my teachers were like my moms. My teachers loved and they loved hard, and I knew every single day that I came into class, I knew that I didn't have to worry about being somebody that I had to be at home. It was just that never-ending support and love that I try very hard to model what they did for me. TFA really helped ingrain. It's like a servant mindset, like continue, push through, and give and give and give, because the kids need the best version of myself, and they need someone to constantly advocate and fight for them to have the same experiences that everybody else has across the country. It's like when we're sad, we tend to reflect more, but we should reflect even when we're happy. And that's why I had you guys write to this, because you are ending the end of your school year, going into 11th grade, and you guys have faced a lot of adversity just here at school in life, and you've done it very well, and I'm super proud of you, and I want you to be proud of yourself. I wish that people understood what we do. We're not just in the classroom teaching. We are trying to set them up to live in a world that is not the same that it was. The world is changing. There are many different kinds of people from many different types of backgrounds and places, and I want them to live in a world that is not so divided, and that starts in the classroom. Now, we're gonna transition out of this and into our work. And I wanna remind you what I've said to you since you've gotten in here with me, is doing work today makes tomorrow's work easier. What I love most about teaching, I really truly love the relationships that I get to build. I have a very unique experience considering that I started when the school started. And so I've been with these kids since they were 11 years old and now about to be adults. And I have built some very strong relationships with my students and with their families that have helped me professionally, but also just as personally. I didn't have a lot when I moved here. I didn't know anybody when I moved here. And I was also growing as an individual, for the first time living outside of Mississippi. I'd never lived anywhere else. And so the best thing about this job is that they are my students, but it's like a family to me. Hello.
Hi.
I'm here. Hey girl.
I said, you want breakfast tacos for 120 kids plus their parents with $250?
So was she expecting you to make them? Salome in 6th and 7th grade really struggled a lot in school, both emotionally and academically. After talking with her and realizing what was going on with her, I found the way to provide her with the academic support that she needed.
It was crazy. I didn't know how to deal with anything, especially when you weren't my teacher in the moment. And I had a different teacher for English, and you were my teacher, and I had to go to you for support sometimes. I had to leave class so I could go to you because you're the only person I trusted as a teacher. Before, I would never speak up for myself. I would just let people walk over me all the time. I would just basically be all quiet and not do anything. Now, I speak up for myself. I respect myself a lot.
With you guys, we've gone through so much, and I hope that at the end of our time, when you guys are graduating, and even as an adult, you can look back and say, I know Mr. Lewis loved us. I know that Mr. Lewis took care of us and wanted the best for us. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. That's what I hope. I love this place. I do. I really love being a teacher, even though it's really difficult. You know, I think sometimes as teachers, we often think about like making an impact on kids, and I don't think that these kids will ever realize, and I hope one day that they do. I really do hope one day that they realize that they changed my life. They really changed my life, and I want them to know that.